gonna be a long day. So yeah, this is gonna be a long day. This will be the first treatment of the new regimen over at Froedert. Gassing up. It's you can't tell it here. I guess there you go. It's still dark outside. My appointment's at 7:30. Takes an hour and a half to get there, so I'm going to turn on the Waze, just look for traffic, and listen to podcasts. And I'll probably update you when I get there. But for now, just fueling up. All systems go. And I'll tell you more about that here in a few minutes. All right, so it's about daybreak, just after 7. My appointment's at 7:30, so I'm almost there. But I wanted to kind of break down what's going on today. I told you last week that I was accepted into the trial, but did not get the biological treatment, which would have involved something like a stem cell transplant. They take cells, they modify them to attack the cancer, and then they reinstall them basically at a later date. So didn't get that, but rather got another chemo arm. And this one's a little bit better than probably most of the chemos that I've had, in that most chemos are designed to attack multiply or cells that multiply rapidly, which are most cancer cells and some of your white blood cells and stuff like that. So this chemo attacks only a certain receptor for a protein known to exist on the kind of disease I have, multiple myeloma. It also, it does do some to the other cells, like the white blood cells, kind of knocks them down a little bit, but not to the extent that the other chemos do. So the other chemos are like a nuclear bomb, and this chemo is more like a drone strike. It's more targeted. So hopefully it works better. The whole difficulty is I can probably get the same treatment at the VA, which would cost me nothing. But getting it at Froedert through the conventional insurance is minimally going to cost me over $100 a month, which isn't too bad. It's another expense, but it's not too bad. But because I have the VA insurance, technically I won't qualify for any break on the insurance. That usually
watch out, object on road ahead.
Yeah. That makes it affordable. So most likely, my insurance payment would go up above $700 monthly, which is probably just not sustainable. Although I do have one benefactor who has graciously given me enough to go for 2 months. So I've decided I'm going to stick with the study and this chemo arm for at least 2 months. So at least through February to find out what my insurance is going to do. And then we'll just reevaluate at that point and just see what happens. Hopefully all goes well, and they give me a reprieve, and I'll be okay, more or less. It's still an expense. I'll have to come in once a week for chemo for 8 weeks. Then I'll go once every other week for another 8 weeks, I believe. And then after that, once monthly for the duration, apparently. I don't know. But probably could be required to come in more for testing and stuff, since it is a study. I thought about just dropping out of the study altogether. And I would hate to do that. But financially speaking, it's the right thing probably to do. But I don't really want to do that at this moment, because potentially what would happen is if for some reason I qualify for a different study, I might not be able to get it because I dropped out of the first one. So we'll see what happens. So bottom line is, I'm going to do this thing today. I'm going to go in and get my labs and then get the chemo and then sit and wait 4 hours to see what happens. See if any bad things happen. And then I'll have a doctor's appointment directly after that. So the whole day is gone. I did bring my tablets, so maybe I'll be able to get some work done. Maybe I'll be able to make some phone calls or something. We'll just have to see. But anyway, it's not really an ideal situation, but it is what it is. That's what they always say. And we're just going to roll with it and see what happens, at least till, the end of next month, probably. And all of that is contingent on the world not blowing up before then. That's kind of why I was hoping to get that biological, because I probably wouldn't have to do any chemo after that. So anyway, even if the world did blow up with all this stuff that's going on. So anyway, I'm almost at my exit. I'm right here in Milwaukee. People drive crazy. So I'm going to get off of here, do my thing, and I'll probably talk to you a little bit more once I get in. But for now, let me shut it down so I can be safe. Talk to you in a minute. They do something a little bit different here than they do at the VA. They screen you for COVID before you get in. So this is the parking thing.
Go forward to the first one.
All right. Hello.
You not get vomiting, diarrhea, fever?
No. Not yet, anyway.
Not. Have you been tested positive in the last 10 days?
No.
All right. You take care.
Thank you.
Oh,
Bye-bye. And so you get one of these little things that say you've been through the screening. Which is kind of cool. You don't have to stand in line outside and be close to other people. Let me take this off for a second. And set this down there. So that's a good thing, because you're just in your car. So I'm going to go for parking here, hopefully close to my little door. And then it's on to labs. I'll see y'all in a minute. Well, so far so good. I showed up at my appointment on time, 7:30. Got into labs. They finally called me in about 5 minutes to 8. And usually labs take like an hour or so. So my appointment for chemo is 8:30. And if my calculations are correct, it'll probably be 9 o'clock before they can do anything, before they get any labs back. And, surprise, surprise, got an IV. Got an IV, and they left my port in, even though what I was told is my chemo would be given via an injection, subcutaneous, in the belly. So I don't know why I have an IV, and I don't know why I have my port still in. But anyway, maybe we'll find out. It is 8:30 now, so we'll see what happens. So, the white counts are still a bit low. Sometimes they won't treat you in that way, but normally they would let it slide a little bit, but since I'm on a study, it could go either way. We'll see. So I'll let you know. Bye. Okay, so, you know what? Give me a minute. Let me get out of here. Let me take some mask off. Okay, I'm outside in the car and headed home. It's 11:15. And so what happened was my white counts were a little bit low. And if it was just a regular treatment, they would have given me the treatment. But since it's a study, they had to run it by the study people, and the study people said, give me some Neupogen, and we'll try it again tomorrow. Which is okay, fine, whatever. Screws up my schedule, my work schedule, and stuff like that. But I can work in the middle of the night, which I usually end up doing. I don't know. Wasn't a really great first day. Apparently, the IV that they put into my arm, they really didn't need. They needed to have some sort of access in case I was getting the treatment, just in case I had a reaction that they could give me something for whatever reaction I was having fairly quickly. So that makes sense. They can do that through the port, so tomorrow they won't have to put the port access back in. It's already in. I'm going to sleep on it tonight. But good news is I don't need the IV and the port. So I got an IV for nothing. Hope they don't charge me for it. And the appointment for tomorrow is an hour earlier yet, so I'll probably have to be in labs at 6:30 and then chemo at 7:30. And they told me today it's not a 4-hour wait after chemo, it's a 6-hour wait after chemo, where they monitor and just make sure you're not going to, turn into the Incredible Hulk or something like that. So I'm just, so I'll probably get back home around 1-ish, and I'll still be able to do a little bit of work. But tomorrow, I'm just guessing the day is pretty much gone. And that's, par for the course for any chemo treatment, but whatever. Let me get around this guy here. There we go. So I'm driving by the State Fair Park. And of course you can't see that, and I'm not going to try and show you right now, but the Milwaukee State Fair Park. Wahoo. So that's the update. I guess this particular treatment is going to be a part 1 and part 2. So this is part 1, which you'll probably see if you're subscribed. You'll see tomorrow morning the email will go out. And then part 2, I'll go ahead and send you the update after that. So my white count should be up due to the Neupogen shot. And I anticipate everything will go just as planned. So sometime tomorrow afternoon after I get home, I'll update or I'll upload that video, which will be much like this one, comprised of little bits. As I go through, I'll make a commentary on it. Hopefully that's entertaining. But if not, maybe it's just informative, so you'll know what the deal is. And so that part, you'll have to wait till next week to get your email, but you can, if you want to, stop by the website, kenivy.com, and there's a kind of a blog section there. One of the categories is cancer, and you can click on that, and you'll see the post there. Like I say, probably tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow evening before that gets posted. Let's make sure I'm going the right way here. So now I'm passing the Miller Park. I don't think I can change the camera now, but maybe I'll hold it sideways. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's Miller Park. That's where the I don't know. There's some kind of baseball team here. What do they call it? The Brew something. I don't follow sports much. Anyway, that's right next to the VA. So just to give you a little thing, the Froedert hospital where I'm going is 2 or 3 miles away from that. And I don't know what's going on with these white cells and the low counts and stuff, but that could, if it keeps up, that could be beneficial to me, because they may throw me out of the study if I have too many low white counts or something. And if that happens, then I'll just, get the treatment at the VA. And hopefully there'll be another study that I might find myself eligible for. Similar biological type thing. That's what I'd really like to get into. Anyway, we'll see. Time will tell. Hey, we just got to roll with it. I'm going to put this away because I'm driving. Y'all be good. I'll talk to you later. Bye.